Are we on the air?
And we're back. This is Third Coast Radio. This is your man Kamikaze the Kingmaker in the building with the cool kids. We got Dreon Santana is back in the building with us off of her hiatus. We got Rachel James with 2 Z's in the building. We got Smart Chick in the building. And as promised, we've been telling y'all it was going down, man. And we have them in the studio. Well, we got 2 of the 5.
Yeah.
2 of the 5. That's about what's that percentage? Santana, you good at math?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
Okay. Could have just said 20%.
2/5.
That
That sounds good to me.
You got to
Yeah.
admit that you were not good at math. You could have gave me a number. This is an arbitrary number. You could just threw it out there.
No.
So we got 2 of the 5 of Thanksgiving the Experience. They are in the building. We have none other than Coach Bumaye in the building. And of course, we got Young Savvy in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise.
Appreciate y'all for having us.
Coach, you have been in Studio A. Actually, you've already been here when you just dropped the last project. You've been here. Savvy, this is your first time in Studio A.
I don't think we have studio.
Yeah, you were with us when we was in the ghetto.
Yeah, y'all know.
It was not the ghetto.
We were in the ghetto. The ghetto's right across the hall. We never keep it far away so we can know where we came from.
Yeah, moving on up.
Yeah, we're moving on up in the world. We are in Studio A, ladies and gentlemen. So Thanksgiving the Experience is coming up on the 22nd. All right, Wednesday the 22nd. It is going to be an experience, not just a show, nothing that you have ever seen before in the city of Jackson. And these gentlemen are here to talk about it. So if you haven't heard, you've been under a rock, of course. The single turkey bag has been already popping. If you've been in the clubs, the video has dropped as well. The single is doing very well. Everybody's talking about it. Unprecedented in the city of Jackson. We have these kinds of talents coming together under one roof for one project. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today. So tell me about how all of this came together, gentlemen. How did y'all come up with the idea for Thanksgiving the Experience?
Man, I think well, I know for a fact, like it wasn't really like it was like a super crazy like idea. We had been working together so long and doing music and projects and swapping projects out. We did a show called Legends of the Summer. We did part 2. And Charles Palmer, man, he was like, man, hey, he just went to calling guys like, hey, man, we need to put your project together. I got an idea and we want to rock. It wasn't even a hard call. Like, he called. We had all been kicking it backstage like the night before. So, like, all right, like, let's rock. And we got in there and put it together.
Fantastic.
And elaborate, like, I mean, he had the blueprint already set out, you know what I'm saying? Like, all we really had to do was come in there and just do what we do. Like, that's just rap.
I mean, you actually in a group with Charles Palmer, a.k.a. Gutter Boy. For those of you who don't know people's government names, Charles Palmer, Gutter Boy. So you've been working with Gutter Boy since y'all was youngsters. So you already know how he works. So, has you and he had any conversations prior to this about the possibility of this happening?
Well, he let me hear what the direction he was going with it prior. So, I mean, just to see him back active, that really would turn me up. So, I mean, that was the easy part. Just to see him back active and seeing who he wanted to be a part of it. Like,
so you saying back active? Had he been taking a hiatus for a second?
He did.
Really?
Yep, he did. But as far as production wise, he did. But once he seen what the potential that we had still, it just lit a fire back up on him.
So as we talking about Thanksgiving the Experience, we got to take it all the way back to when you guys did the first Legends of the Summer show. So this idea for Thanksgiving the Experience, was birthed out of y'all doing the show. So y'all came together and y'all did this show. What was the onus for y'all just putting this show together initially to even start this journey that you guys are on?
I just think, man, like, these the guys. And, like, man, we do the same things and we do them in a similar way, like, meaning, like, in a top-tier form. It's really, like, a no-brainer. Like, I think as artists, we make it so complicated. Like, how can we do this? We rap. We put on great shows. We make great music. We should do that together. And that was it. Like, doing it often. Like I said, man, I work with Savvy. We've been doing this for a long time. Like, we done done a project with you.
Yeah.
Like, everybody, like, it's not like it wasn't a hard sell. It's like, man, we've been doing it so long. We just want to push it to the line this time. Usually we get it and people, family and all type of stuff getting away.
Yeah.
So I
I just made sure we push the gas.
and that's why we gotta give Charles a little more credit because he probably one of the only persons that could have did it.
Mhm.
I'm not saying we got egos and nothing. It's just sometimes we butt holes a little bit. Everybody got their own little.
Damn, I'm a nice guy.
Hey, full transparency, we all took shots at it. We all took shots at trying to put it together and do it. You know what I'm saying? They got the varying levels of completion. But, in this particular instance, everything is due time and it's due season.
Yeah, I think it was time though. Like
Yeah.
I don't even think it was like I don't remember a time where it was like the egos getting in the way. Everybody
Yeah.
had always been in there and working hard, putting together good music. I think the timing was perfect. Like everybody had matured enough to where they understand how to schedule their life in a way to like execute at a high level. For sure, Charles came in and made sure he made it easy. Like he made it easy. Like, hey, do this. This is the records. Y'all do what y'all do. So he gave us a lot of alley hoops for sure. And I
Yeah.
think that like we locked it in.
For sure.
So in the rollout for this project, there's been some clips. In one of the clips, the producer, Charles Palmer, he talks about his motivation to keep going and to never stop because you never know when your break could come.
Right.
Many of us in this room, myself included, is on the other side of 30. And in this industry, they call it a young person's game.
Hmm.
What's your motivation and what words do you have for dream chasers out there that's still chasing?
I'm just motivated by like the feeling of like executing at the level, doing something I want to do. Like, right, I'm not. If I don't want to do it, I'm just not gonna do it. Like, right, I think so. Like, man, if you got a goal, like just understanding what's on the other side of that wall, and the wall may be however many no's you get, how many people tell you no, or how many people tell you can't do something. What you doing on the other side? What's on the other side of the wall has to be more important than the doubt.
Right.
And for me, it always been. I not to toot no horn, and I just never went through the space where it was like, man, I don't want to do this anymore. I love it. I love like not the end goal. I love the execution. And if I can just execute, then how it turn out, I don't really care.
As long as you got time, as long as you got time, you can still chase your dream. My biggest motivation right now is probably Killer Mike. Seeing him drop one of the best albums I've heard in a while.
Grammy nominated.
Yeah.
So if he get that Grammy, like, that's all I really need for it.
Also, man, I just want to say, like, if you're an artist or you're doing anything, I think just fall in love with the work, though. Not like the prize or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fall in love with the practice, fall in love with the rehearsals, the interviews, the studio. Don't fall in love with how many likes you get or how many, people like tapping into it. That's gonna come. Just fall in love with the process. The process gonna always lead you like you need to be led.
And speaking of the process, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we got more of the guys coming into the studio. We're gonna talk about that process and the process of putting this project together and bringing all these personalities and talents under one roof, and how that was and how y'all got to the final project. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back to Third Coast Radio. And we're back. This is Third Coast Radio, man. It's your man Kamikaze, the Kingmaker, in the building with the cool kids. We are talking to the gentlemen who are responsible for Thanksgiving the Experience. We talked to Coke Boomaye and Young Savvy in the building before the break, and now we have been joined by none other than my man Dono Vegas, and that boy Hollywood Luck is in the building. Gentlemen, what's going on?
So what's
How y'all
up?
doing?
Man, we appreciate it, man. Y'all coming in here like superstars, you know what I'm saying? One at a time. Y'all are in this thing, man. So we're gonna ask you gentlemen about Thanksgiving the Experience. We had a chance to talk to Coke and Savvy about this. So, who was the person that came to you, each of y'all individually, and said, this is something that we want to do. This is what the plan is. This is what we're proposing to do. And what were y'all thoughts when y'all heard, the plan?
Well, for me, Charles, of course, I don't know if he came to everybody, but Charles was the one that came to me, Gutter Boy.
Mhm.
And of course, I was excited to work with the guys. We work all the time, so this is normal.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
just, every time we just try to raise the bar up.
yeah. That's dope. Vegas?
It was Charles for me also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was the glue that put this whole thing together.
Yeah.
Got everybody together. And y'all had already worked together, done shows together, so y'all was pretty much with it. From there. Where do you see this going from here? I think that's the question I think that a lot of people are asking. So we've got Thanksgiving experience, we've got this body of work, we got these songs. What's the end game? What do y'all propose to do from this? Is this a one-off, or is this something that we can look forward to as a collective project, a collective body of work for you guys, or a collective, set of albums?
I don't really like see like no end game. I think we in this space right here in this moment, like we saying, like the experience of November 22nd, and we gonna execute that at that level
Mm-hmm.
and go from there. Like we just a representation. Like so, it might be some more artists come together and do their thing. Like this ain't ours in a way where we own it. We just put it out there, and like then you can go in that direction yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't really see like no end game. Like man, we got to do this. Man, we gonna just keep rocking. Like we been rocking. Like
Yeah.
we just gonna keep rocking and going to the level.
So just whatever happens, right?
Take the
We-
no, like not just whatever happened,
Uh-huh.
but in a way, like I said, we just a representation. So
Right.
like if we did it, like oh man, these guys been rocking doing their thing. Like somebody else can come do it. Y'all might get some more guys and put them
Mhm.
together and rap with them and put their talent on display and go from there. Like so, it's just a
Charles is like the DJ Khaled.
it's a vessel. This just a vessel. Like this ain't like something we taking ownership over.
Yeah,
Where
like it's
this
been
it,
done,
like
but
don't nobody else do this because we did it. We the pioneers. Nobody
Yeah.
else can do it. It's just a vessel. Like man, you see how we rock. You see these guys come together and rock, do their thing. Everybody got their own separate thing rolling. Do it too, and we gonna give you the game. We got some game for you too. We ain't
Yeah.
trying to lock the door. So
But
yeah.
it's kind of like y'all the Transformers of the game. Like y'all come together and made Voltron, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because y'all all are like really dope, talented in your own right. Y'all been out here for a long time. And so with that being said, how do you stop from being jaded? Because I feel like y'all don't get the props and the recognition and the exposure. And when I say that, I just mean like the mainstream recognition. Because I feel like y'all, y'all underground. And y'all really should be on a bigger stage, just the amount of talent y'all have. So how do y'all keep from becoming jaded in the industry, and do y'all feel pressure to reinvent yourselves, and how do y'all stay true to you?
Well, I don't feel jaded because I don't look at myself in a way where like people throw words out like genius and like that type of stuff, right? And I think when you did like you think you separate from everybody, and I don't believe that. I think everybody's genius. Everybody done had $1 million idea. The great separator is who gonna dig for it though. So I'm a worker, so I can't get jaded. I'm addicted to the work. Like so, whenever I think like, man, we doing too much, we ain't doing enough. So like I don't get jaded in the way where I think I'm so amazing and I'm not getting enough. I ain't doing enough. Keep working.
I mean, I did feel jaded sometimes, but really like I just wake up and like focus on the main thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't trying to compete with this person over here. Or I know what I bring to the table for myself. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to be the best representation of myself that I can.
Vegas, you were saying a little bit. You saying you have been jaded some, so I may kind of elaborate that on a little bit.
I mean, that just was like an honest moment for myself.
Mhm.
With me staying out of town for so many years in Chicago, it's easy to get that social media or phone calls or how people receive you when you come back from being gone for a long time or distant for a long time.
Mhm.
It's easy to get that confused with just strict reality too.
Mhm.
So when I moved back to Jackson, it was like a humbling process for me because that's when I really got to see face to face like all them guys that were calling saying, bro, we just need you to come back for 6 months. We're gonna do this. I got this money. I got that.
Mhm.
All the girls, all the, just everything that was going on, like, face to face in reality, these things just be kind of different. So, these guys probably was able to stay as grounded as they was able to stay because they was grounded in the place where they taught them this.
Real talk.
But when I went to Chicago, like I became Vegas while I was in Chicago. So when I came back home, it was a certain type of space in my head where I was like, well, when I go back home, it should be like this. It should be like this, based off the things that these people were saying while I was gone.
Mhm.
So, I believe for a moment I became jaded inside of that.
Yeah.
Good process right there.
I look, I follow your posts a lot of times, and you talk a lot about the grind. You talk a lot about, pushing through. You've been doing this for a minute, and even on the solo side, you've seen, successes with the music that you put out. You know what I'm saying, and been through the peaks and valleys. So, have you become jaded, and how have you dealt with, what you feel like are the stopping goals or what this industry can bring sometimes?
Mainly the passion, the love for it. It keep me from being jaded, like to keep going. So I sometimes you may fall into the slump where you do get so consumed with what's going on as far as the industry and all that. But like when you just got a love for it, like I think you'll do it whether you inside the industry, whether you get recognition, all of that is a plus. But if you don't get into it, it's still cool because you're doing what you love to do. So yeah.
So when you guys look at like your career in music and so on and so forth, I mean, with anything, we all learn a lot about ourselves as we continue to grow and elevate our own craft. So when you're in your creative mode, what are some things that you have learned about yourself that you choose to implement when you are in creative mode?
I don't really separate myself like in that way. Like so I'm not like I don't look at my career. I just look at my life and how I evolve. And when I listen to old records and new records, if I'm evolving on the record, then that's enough for me. I'm not trying to push necessarily like how creative I can be. I just want to go in there and be authentic to myself. And if I'm evolving in my life, then the music should evolve with me.
Mm-hmm. Anybody?
With me, that kind of have been a struggle over my career because I'm just so capable, talent-wise, just so capable of doing so many different things, so many different styles. So at some point, I did have to find like a certain type of balance with it. Like, I kind of let's try some super creative things in the off season and see if we can get some close to original sound out of it. And then when it's just time to buckle down and put something together, and just go back to the recipe.
Yeah.
Throughout this conversation, we've been speaking about the upcoming show on Wednesday. What can we expect to see in the show?
And where is the show?
Yeah,
Wednesday,
tell us all the
Wednesday.
details. Where, all that.
The show is at Duna Hall, November 22nd. Get your tickets if you ain't got them. I'm pretty sure it's still a family discount that I know of. I don't know how long that's gonna last, but
That's all with the thing.
No family discount.
so if you ain't got your tickets today, it's gonna be a little bit
We
expensive.
need
But,
We need proof of family.
yeah, well, we ain't IDing you or nothing like this. So you know somebody that knows somebody, you probably can get a family discount. But what else? November 22nd.
Yeah. What can we expect in the show?
Oh, it's gonna be something different. Definitely not just standing up there rapping over our vocals or whatever. It's definitely similar like to a musical. You know what I'm saying? And my boy said like a Broadway. I play.
Production.
Yeah, I'm making my acting debut.
Not like it's
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
But it's gonna be like a if I can give out the details, it's gonna be like a family reunion vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might catch me over here at the picnic table, and then I might just get up there and rap a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But yeah, please come on out.
That's dope. So this theatrical production that y'all are gonna put together, when y'all sat down to come up with this, how did this concept for this stage show come together? Because it sounds like it's gonna be something different than what people have seen from shows here. So what made y'all say we gotta do something different? We gotta do something that's unprecedented. This is what we're gonna do.
I think it was really just about representing culture, man. It really wasn't like this super creative. Like it's like, man, we all come from this place, this thing, and we want to represent that well. Like the same way we do with the music. Like so, it's certain things that we can say that we so culturally connected that if we say it, man, like if you inside of that culture, you know what it is. So with the show, man, we want to make sure we give you that from a visual standpoint also. So you know what it feel like to go inside a granny house on Thanksgiving to, you know your uncle, you know what TT brings to the table, you know what your little cousins, everybody got these things that connect us, and we want to make sure we pay homage to that.
Cool.
Shouts out to Charles Paul, Miranda, Jordan, and Twa.
For
sure.
Right. This the closest to being on a label that I done felt, because you got all these bodies in the studio and everybody working in some type of facet. You dig what I'm saying? So that would have been my,
Organization.
yeah, exactly. So that would have been my
Miranda
definite
is
answer.
that girl.
That would have been my instant reply. Shout out to Miranda, shout out to Child Palmer for being open. With his vision, like this Thanksgiving album is Child Palmer Baby, so you know I'm trusting Miranda to actually, you know, this kind of like really having a baby and not going back to work because you don't trust the people at the daycare and all this. Like, so it's like having a baby and then going back to work the next week and having to give your baby off to somebody that you just kind of meeting and having. You did. So that's really what happened, and she's working great. She's a great mother, a great nurturer, and she got great vision, direction that she taking this album and taking the show in. It's amazing, and I think that it's gonna be clear to see when everybody come to do the hall on the 22nd.
So now the thing is, we broadcast all 82 counties. We're the only radio show that plays independent music that you hear all over the state of Mississippi. So they're hearing you all over. It's not just Jackson. So what's the plan for domination? You know, after this happens on Wednesday the 22nd. What's the next steps for the project, and what's the next step in taking over and letting the world know, it's Jackson's time, it's Mississippi's time.
Wait, before y'all answer, because I'm just dying to know. I dropped the first single, Turkey Bag. I Googled it, and not Google. I didn't Google it.
It's okay.
I went to Tidal and searched for it, is what I was trying to say. And so all these turkey bag, I thought it was genius. I was like, turkey bag, Thanksgiving, but then all these turkey bag songs popped up, and I was like, oh, this is something I should already know what turkey bag means. So like, what does turkey bag mean? I just, turkey
Well, I
bag.
think
I get to the cash.
Child Palmer
Get them out.
did had a genius idea to put turkey bag on the Thanksgiving project. But this here public radio. If you know what turkey bag is, if you know, you know. Listen to the song.
Okay,
I'm
I think I know, but I just
Just
need
listen to
confirmation.
it. Tap
Okay,
in the bag of
sidebar.
work.
That means sidebar. This is over. We're going to talk about
Take in
turkey
the-
bag.
Tap in the second
You gonna
verse.
tell me, Coach? I need you to
Turkey
break it down.
bag is what you keep your sauce in, what you keep your swag, your flavor.
Oh, okay. Because I was
Yeah.
like, the turkey bag was
Like-
the turkey go into at
Nah.
Thanksgiving and you put it in the oven and cook
Nah,
it.
nah,
So
we-
it could mean a
We
number of
went
things.
metaphorically.
It
you
depends
know.
on your turkey. It could be,
Yeah.
you right. It just depends on what
Whatever
you
your
might have
grind
a
is,
quail.
that's the
You might
turkey
have a
bag.
quail in your turkey bag.
Okay.
It is a storage bag. now.
Okay, right. Thank you, Savvy. A storage bag. I got it. Yeah.
Now, what you store?
My bad.
All right, so back to
I need an answer. I was like, I ain't gonna just be rapping this and not know what the turkey bag is.
I know some guys got chicken in their turkey bag.
Right. Okay.
Some
Some
people
birds.
just
We
got
got the
yams.
birds, turkeys, chickens. Got it.
All right.
It's like me asking what consists of your Louis bag or your Birkin bag.
Right. Okay. It could be a number of things.
So
I
many
got it.
things.
So many.
But it's a bag.
It's
It hold the
various.
answers.
It can block out the smell.
Java language, y'all please.
John was like rapping it.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Miranda.
That's funny.
Sorry.
Yeah, so
Moving on.
back to my question. World domination, state domination, you know what I'm saying, working outside the market, man. What's the plan? What y'all got? What's next?
I think we take the same approach, and you just do it in different spaces though. Like I think Jackson has enough talent, and we at that level. Like man, Mississippi has enough talent for sure. Then man, if you just can take it and spread it at that tier, it's gonna catch on. Like you just gotta keep pushing it, keep working it, keep like sometimes when it don't land the way we think it should land, we kind of get off of it. You gotta keep pushing and believe in the work. It's gonna unfold for you for sure. So I think for me and for us, I think that's the plan. Like man, just keep hitting them targets, keep setting precedent, keep and being open to like help everybody else too though. A lot of times that would happen too, man. You get to rocking and moving, doing your thing. And people want to know how you doing it. You get to cutting them off and saying, we here. Nobody else can be here but us.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like we gotta, like I said, this was a representation of it. It ain't about like just us being here. And when we say us, it's a bigger us, you know what I'm saying? Like, so these guys and myself, we represent whole sections. We represent whole labels. We represent neighborhoods. You feel me? So like, just take it to the level.
Just having Hollywood look with us, who done been through all 82 counties, let's not downplay that.
That's a fact.
This somebody who can get on the phone and call these venues and tell them like, hey, we got a whole presentation that we want to come out there and present.
Hollywood looking, the guys are coming.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
gonna get them in the know right there on top.
Yeah, we could
That's
definitely
it.
be Hollywood looking the guy.
And the
You
look
say
at
Hollywood look at the
That's
top.
what we
That's,
should
I
be.
mean, that's it. It's going down.
Yeah,
door's
Hollywood
gonna
looking the look it's.
Hollywood looking
The
the
look
clothes.
Hey, man, that's how they gonna do you, man. Wherever the big guy is.
Yeah. Whatever gets you in the door, once you get in there, y'all gonna make it do what it do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever gets you in there, it's all good. So give everybody, man, the social media handles, man, and how they can get in touch with y'all. Y'all go down the line, and then we're gonna talk about Thanksgiving the experience one more time.
You know, Hollywood Look. You can reach me on everything at Hollywood_Look.
Coke Boomaye, man. Just like this. Coke Boomaye. COKEBUMAYE everywhere.
That ain't easy to spell. It's Savvy Little Daddy. SAVVYLILDADDY.
It's DONO Global. DONO Global. Just straight, and then the other half, DONO _.
There it
On
is.
our platform.
And one more time, what's going down Wednesday night, man? Tell them what's up, what they need to do to be there.
Hey, listen, man, it's a phenomenal event, man. Bring your family out there, man. Thanksgiving Day experience. November 22nd at Doolin Hall, man. Tap in, get your tickets, go to Eventbrite, tap in Thanksgiving, or pull up on the guys, man. You know where I'm at. I'm outside.
So y'all got tickets in hand too as well.
On deck.
We're talking about the show, Brad, but we ain't telling about the album. The album actually drops on the November 18th.
The album drops on the 18th. How many songs on the album?
We got
8 tracks all together.
8 songs, all produced by
The one, Charles
Charles Palmer. Guest appearances.
Bob Street.
Amanda First,
Bob
Bob Street,
Dollar Black.
Dollar Black, couple vocals.
Yeah,
Oh, and it was
Oh, yeah.
produced by Twa Tua.
And Adrenal Pump.
He put it down.
he did. Shouts out to Twa, man.
For sure.
Shouts out to Twa in there doing his thing.
Low key. The low key guy.
Twa was able to put it together and make it happen, brother. Shouts out to you. I see you up in there. I see you in there.
Slim, Hershey Black.
Yeah, Hershey.
Oh yeah, shout out to
Hershey Black on the engineering,
Slim,
of
USA.
course. Yeah, fantastic. So an all-star collection of folks, man, had their hands
I already feel like
in
it's
this
on.
project. You know what I'm saying? And it's really dope. And it's about to drop on November 22nd. The album drops on November 18th. The video is out right now. Real quick, we got to talk about that video,
I
man.
know we do. I wanted to add.
The video,
I
the
already
motif
knew.
of the video, the Friday theme, man. Let's talk about that
Yeah,
video.
it's Twa. Twa did.
That was Twa too?
That was
Twa.
Twa. Come
Twa.
on. He did
Where's
that.
Twa?
We had
He
like
did
We
that.
had like some
Give
regular
the people
rap
they
video.
flowers.
We were finna go regular rap video, money, guns. No, just like
Oh my gosh. Oh my
We were finna
goodness.
go
That
regular
guy
shit.
Going straight for the views right on top,
I
baby.
say,
Candy
hey,
paint.
man, I got an idea, guys. See
Yeah.
that? He whipped it up, man. He painted it up. And it was beautiful, man. A lot of things like unfolded. Like one thing I want to say about this project, this real time business. Meaning,
Mhm.
like you said, everybody that's working on these guys from the time been putting in work. Even with the video, man, guys in the neighborhood, we was in these guys' neighborhood. Guys were pulling up like, what y'all need? What
Mhm.
you know, it wasn't like, it was just real love. People from the town and excited to be a part and be around this thing.
Mhm.
And they offering what they got to offer. And I think that's the most beautiful part of this for sure.
How did y'all decide who was going to play the characters?
Twa, man. Twa had
Twa put y'all in character.
Yeah. He a casting director
Wow.
too.
Said I got
No.
this.
This is
But
crazy.
even what Savvy said earlier, when he described what the show, what we can expect from the show, and then for y'all to do that motif for the video, it makes sense. When you said I might be at the picnic table, I bet because Friday is kind of like, you know what I mean, like
That's what we mean.
all of us can relate. That
We're
is
so
good.
culturally
That is
connected
culturally
by
connected.
things.
Yes,
All we gotta
exactly.
do is like
exactly.
put the culture in your face, and that's how we win.
So that's what we can expect from the show. It's like
That's
we
it.
all gonna feel connected. It's a big reunion, family reunion type vibe.
Twa trying to say something in there? That was it. That man got to put the headphones on and everything for that, man. You could have held a sign up back there for that. Shouts out to Twa, man. Putting in the work, man. Thanksgiving, the experience. Thanksgiving, the album going down on Thanksgiving. Well, the day before Thanksgiving.
For sure.
Basically, that's Thanksgiving. He will start cooking on Wednesday night. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to be cooking and doing the hall. Make sure y'all go.
Big cookie stove on high.
There you go. Make sure y'all go and check it out. It's going to be an experience. It's not going to be just a regular show. Shouts out to Tricky, who's not with us in here. He is on the project as well, doing his thing, man. Great.
That boy did some rapping.
Hey, man, he did do some rapping on that. He did do some rapping. Me and Twy talked about that. We might talk about that offline, man. But, you know, I can say, you know, all these gentlemen, you know, from watching Vegas when he was 15, and I know Savvy since he was a young type, and Coke and Luck back from POP days, man, watching y'all come up, man. I'm gonna tell you this. Y'all a lot of guys, and it is y'all. You might not think it's y'all,
Sure.
but it is y'all.
For sure.
So it's on y'all to make it work. You know what I'm saying? If you make it work, then the rest of it's gonna work out. But, you know, don't take that lightly. Y'all a lot of guys. This is it right here. Y'all a lot of ones. And whoever else gonna get in there, gonna get in there. And they're gonna get in there on their own accord. Y'all ain't gotta worry about that. Y'all the guys. Y'all gotta do it.
We appreciate that. We accept it.
There it is. There it is. We're gonna take a quick break, man. You know what I'm saying? We playing we got, you know, all Thanksgiving, the album that we're gonna be dropping today. We doing our thing, and we're gonna be dropping some Coke and some Savvy and some Vegas and some Luck. We're gonna be doing that for the whole show. You know, something about this how it's going down. This is Third Coast Radio, man, broadcasting to all 82 counties. We're gonna be right back right after this.